Hi guys, it's your girl Dora Christ. So today we're talking insecurity. Feeling insecure is very normal, but to feel insecure all the time is abnormal. You can choose to be secure or insecure. You can choose to be confident or not confident. Confident is something you wear each and every day and move out there and feel, yeah, I am enough. So why is insecurity so bad? It will keep you thinking no one loves you, no one cherishes you, no one wants to know what you're doing, no one cares about you. Every time you'll be asking yourself questions which you do not have answers to. So it is very important to always have it in your mind that you are enough. So if you're insecure, every morning you have this one chorus: I am so low, I am not enough, which is so bad. It's going to make you forget what God has actually given you and focus on what you do not have. So I'm going to tell you this one story and then you'll learn a lesson from it. So one time there was a girl who came from a very low background, a very poor background, and she didn't have shoes. She would always go to school without shoes, and she really felt so insecure because all her friends would actually laugh at her. Whenever she would go to school, she would feel so low. Every time she went to class, she would feel she's the only one who does not have shoes in her feet. So one time she decided to go back to her parents and tell her, you know what, I am done with school because every time I go to school I'm always embarrassed. I'm the only one without shoes in my feet. So what happened? The day this girl was going back to her home, she actually met this girl who was on her wheelchair. She didn't have legs, so she was so shattered, she was so broken, in that she thought she was even complaining of what someone is even longing to have. She felt she really had enough. She was so broken in there, and trust me, she had to stand and pause a bit. I don't think when she reached home she had to tell her parents that. I'm very sure when she reached her parents, she had to say, you know what, I'm done complaining because today I actually met someone without legs. So what is your insecurity? What do you think you don't have? What do you think is making you so low amongst your friends? It might be maybe your wealth, maybe you're not so wealth, maybe you're not up to the expectations of what your friends have. You know what? So every time you are feeling so low, every time you feel you are so down, so do you know that God actually gave you something someone is longing to have? Have you ever sat down and said, Lord, I thank you for the little I have. I thank you for this that you have given me, because there's someone else actually who does not even have it. So I want you to know from today that it is your choice to feel insecure. This feeling is very normal, but you can actually control it. You can actually thank God for who you are. You can actually tell yourself you are enough. You can actually tell yourself, you love the way you are, you love the features on you, you love that little that you have. That little that you have on your bank account is actually enough for you, you know. So you see, this young lady was complaining not to be having shoes, but there's someone who was only praying to only have their legs. So what you have is enough. What you have is always enough for you. You can actually have that and be content. The other thing that will make you stop being insecure is just putting all the attention on yourself. It is also something bad to always put your attention on someone else, because every time you look at some other people, it makes you feel insecure. That feeling of jealousy is actually a little bit normal. Every time you look at something, it definitely goes to your mind, and then you have a lot of thoughts. So you ought to put all your attention on yourself. You ought to be yourself. Every time you're walking on the road or you're seated in your office doing your work, you ought to put all the attention on you. Strive to be better than who you were yesterday, not to compete with anyone, not to look at what someone else has and you do not have. So that will actually help you to feel secure all the time.